Hey everybody, it's Kyle Beadle, owner of X5 Home Loans. I wanted to put out a quick update to give some context as to what's going on in real estate and specifically in the mortgage market. I've had a lot of clients and real estate agents reaching out to me, trying to figure out where things stand, what's going on. Obviously, we've seen all kinds of crazy effects from the coronavirus on our overall economy, and we're seeing some major effects on the mortgage market as well. So what I'm going to show you here is an overview of what's been happening in the overall mortgage market. So this is a chart that's going to give you an overview and some information on the movement in mortgage-backed securities. Mortgage-backed securities, or MBS, are the bonds that drive mortgage rates. So this starts around January of 2020, and you're going to see small movements from one day to the next. This is what we typically see in the movement in interest rates. Relatively stable. They're trending in one direction, either improving or getting worse. What we saw at the beginning of 2020 was an improvement in rates overall. Interest rates got to a very favorable point, which is why you may have heard people saying interest rates are really low. If you own a home, you should look at refinancing. And then we saw a drastic shift as there's major economic impacts from the coronavirus. So you'll notice how big these movements are in the market from one day compared to what they normally move. This would be like a normal major movement in one day. That's a big move. These are incredibly large movements, huge difference in interest rate from one day to the next. So the reason this is good to understand is that you want to make sure you're working with an advisor who can help position your loan and make sure that your rate is locked at the ideal time so you get the best possible result. You'll see today, we saw a major improvement. If you haven't already reached out to me, it would definitely be beneficial to see your current loan versus what it would look like if you refinance. We're in a very good position currently, but this is changing rapidly. So you want to be working with someone who can provide you with advice and guidance. Same applies if you're a real estate agent. You want to make sure your client and you are working with someone who can provide you with guidance on what's happening in the market, what's changing over time. My plan is to continue doing that. So what I'll be doing is at least once a week, I'll be putting out a video giving a summary of some of the things that are changing in the real estate and mortgage market, because there's a lot to keep track of. So if you're not interested, feel free to mute me or unfollow me or unfriend me. But if you want some information on what's going on, stay tuned. And also, if you have any questions or any topics that you want me to cover in a future video, drop a comment or send me a message. I'm happy to either go over them with you individually or address it in the future. Thanks.